Brad Marchand celebrates with teammate David Pastrnak after scoring a goal in the second period against the Toronto Maple Leafs on Thursday in Toronto in Game 4 of their first-round playoff series. Boston won 3-1 and has a 3-1 lead in the series. The Canadian Press, Frank Guns, via App Toronto. Brad Marchand scored the go-ahead goal in the second period and Tuukka Rask made 31 saves Thursday night as the Boston Bruins defeated the Toronto Maple Leafs 3-1 to take a 3-1 lead in their first-round playoff series. Torrey Krug and Jake DeBrusk also had goals for the Bruins, who can win the Eastern Conference quarterfinal when they host Game 5 on Saturday night at TD Garden. David Pastrnak added 2 assists. Thomas Plekanec scored the lone goal for the Leafs, who got 18 saves from Frederik Andersen. Patrice Bergeron, part of a top line that combined for 20 points in the Bruins' 2 home victories to open the series, was a surprise late scratch with an upper body injury. Riley Nash took his spot between Marchand and Pastrnak. Marchand snapped a 1-1 tie for Boston with 3:05 left in the second after the Bruins were called for icing. Leafs coach Mike Babcock put out his top line, centered by Auston Matthews, hoping to pounce on a tired group, but Nash won the draw to Adam McQuaid, whose clearing attempt up the board skipped past Toronto defenseman Jake Gardiner. Pastrnak moved in on a 2-on-1 with Marchand, faking a shot to draw the over-aggressive Nikita Zaitsev to him before feeding his line mate with a slick pass for a wide-open net. The Leafs had a number of chances earlier in the period to go ahead, including Mitch Marner's breakaway off a stretch pass from Morgan Rielly that Rask turned aside with a blocker, but were unable to get one by Rask. Boston then made it 3-1 at 4:17 of the third. David Krejci blocked Travis Dermott's shot and raced the other way on a 2-on-1 before finding DeBrusk, who beat a helpless Andersen after Roman Polak failed to block the pass across. The Bruins stunned the Maple Leafs just 28 seconds into the game to quiet an electric Air Canada center when Krug's snapshot from the sideboards found its way past Nash and Plekanec in front before glancing in off Andersen's shoulder. Toronto eventually got going and tied it at 7:43 when Marner fed a pass from his knees that was helped on by Patrick Marleau to Plekanec, who scored his first goal since being acquired from Montreal before the trade deadline. The Leafs kept coming and nearly grabbed the lead later in the period, but Rask shot out his pad to deny Zach Hyman from in close as Toronto outshot Boston 12-7 through the opening 20 minutes. Notes: Pastrnak has 11 points in the series, 4 goals, 7 assists, while Marchand has 2 goals, 5 assists despite Boston's top line getting shut out in Game 3. Plekanec had 3 assists in 20 combined regular season and playoff games with Toronto before Thursday. Leafs winger Leo Komarov sat out a second straight game with a lower body injury. Toronto center Nazem Kadri served the final game of his suspension for taking a run at Boston forward Tommy Wingels in the series opener. Wingels suited up for the first time since the hit. Game 7, if necessary, will be played Wednesday night in Boston.